Chrissie Swan Show.
I just love the idea. Hello, by the way.
Good afternoon.
In the news just now, we heard about Dakota Johnson hanging out with her friend Kate Hudson. And I just feel like that would be my vibe. I feel like they're the sort of girls that would just... There wouldn't be a whole lot of boozing or talking. Someone would be off reading a book. Someone would be popping in and saying, hey, I'm just going to go and get a massage or something. Like, that is my vibe.
And
those girls.
But then they would come together like we do and just laugh their heads off at dinner like I saw them doing in Rome.
And they're holding hands together in Rome. I love them.
Kate Hudson, look at her with that Euro tan. Man, that makes me jealous.
You know, I heard a gorgeous little snippet from Goldie Hawn, who is Kate Hudson's mum.
Yes.
And she was asked, they were in an interview together, and Goldie was asked, what is your favourite thing about your daughter? And she goes, there are so many things, but I think probably the most beautiful thing about her is how much she values family and
oh, wow.
she's really keen on it. And then Kate was laughing it off because it's embarrassing when someone gives you a compliment, but she goes, yeah, I am obsessed. I bought back the family home.
That's sick.
Yeah, so where they grew up and then they've all moved on, it came up for sale and Kate Hudson bought it back again, and I just thought, hard relate.
Also,
I would love to do that.
What a flex. I love it.
I know, it's so good.
And they were sitting down in Rome. This is what I was thinking of, Swanee. And Ricky Martin walked past.
Ricky Martin! Oh, look how happy they are to see him.
Sitting out on the street. How joyous.
Oh, and there is something so wonderful about being on holiday and then running into your favourite gay. Isn't there? It's just so wonderful.
Where are you going to be on our 2-week break? I'll fly over and see you.
Can you please?
Swanee, very exciting because today is the last day someone's getting in the running for that BYDC Lane 6.
It is coming for you.
Register via the Nova Player app. You've got an omelette hack you'd like to share?
My mind has been blown this morning. This is hot off the press. I'm going to cook an omelette in a microwave because a Michelin star chef told me it works.
Huge. Not sure about it, but huge. Next, though, sweeping statements.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Let's do this.
Swan's sweeping statements.
Bit of a different format today because I'm going to need some time.
Are you?
Yeah. Generally, my sweeping statement is a line and then I explain it and then you do yours.
Yep.
And then I explain it. But this one, you know, as Desi Arnaz would say, you got some explaining to do. So here is my sweeping statement. 302410, by the way. Is that the number?
That is the number.
Give us a call if you've got an unpopular opinion. And this is an unpopular opinion. Travelling Wilburys is the worst band that's ever existed in the history of music.
Now, how old are the Travelling Wilburys? Like, give me a bit of a background.
They probably hit, the charts in the late 80s. Late 80s, early 90s. But
Okay.
They are a group. They're responsible for songs like this, End of the Line.
Well, it's all right. Riding around in the breeze.
And this one was probably their biggest. I still have so long to give.
Do you not like this? I
Now-
kind of like this.
Okay, so what you need to know about the Travelling Wilburys is that they were sort of the original supergroup. They are an amalgam of some of the greatest musicians of all time.
Oh.
I speak of, for example, Tom Petty from Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, who brought us this among many other amazing songs.
I know you really want to tell me goodbye.
I know you really want to be your own girl. One of the greatest songs ever.
Yep.
And of course, that's Stevie Nicks as the duet. One of the greatest musicians. Tick, Tom Petty. Fabulous. Checks out. George Harrison was also in Travelling Wilburys. He gave us arguably the best songwriter in the Beatles.
Yep.
But responsible for this.
You're asking me when my love grows.
I don't know. I mean, come on. George Harrison, a legend.
Yes.
Jeff Lynne, you might probably a lesser known name.
Yeah,
but
I don't know him.
He was responsible for all of ELO's classics, right? So we're talking Evil Woman.
Tune.
Evil woman, evil. I mean, a legend, a genius. But he's also responsible for this. He wrote Xanadu.
Oh, wow.
For you, Xanadu, And then, of course, rounding out the Travelling Wilburys roster is Bob Dylan. Like, not a very nice man, but clearly a musical genius.
Talent.
How does it feel to be on your own? Okay. I would say, even though you're not mad about music, old music like I am.
Yes.
Now that I've explained who the members of this band are and
Yeah,
even their
it's-
provenance, you're like, these guys really should know better.
Yeah, to bring them together, to bring so many talented people like that together, you'd expect gold.
Exactly.
I guess you would also expect creative differences, though.
Well, there is one member that we haven't discussed, and I believe that this member of the Travelling Wilburys is the undoing.
Who is that?
Is to blame for the rubbish music that they released. And his name is Roy Orbison.
Roy Orbison is...
Roy Orbison is the last member of that band, and he lets them down. He sounds like this.
It's just been removed from my wall.
Oh, right. So we would know Roy Orbison from Pretty Woman, I guess. No. No. My sweeping statement is this. Travelling Wilburys are crap, and it's Roy Orbison's fault.
What about Roy brings them down?
He's just not as genius as the rest.
But Pretty Woman's an absolute tune.
No.
You don't like that song?
No.
That's Chrissie Swan coded Pretty
No.
Woman. I'm surprised by that.
Roy Orbison, thumbs down.
Sweeping statements continues next. That was one of the longest sweeping statements we've had. I love
I had
it.
to explain it because I know how beloved that band is.
The Chrissie Swan Show.
Let's get unpopular.
Swan's sweeping statements.
I've already gone first. Travelling Wilburys are the worst band ever, despite having almost every member a musical genius, apart from you, Roy.
Shade thrown.
Oh, it's awful. Roy lets them all down.
And I can tell how passionate you're about it because you fully did an unbelievable explainer on who they are.
Yeah, because
I didn't know.
Because I'm like, oh God, I can't stand the Travelling Wilburys. And then I really thought, I love everyone in it. So what's wrong?
Roy Orbison. My sweeping statement is candles
Yeah.
are a great gift. I'm sick of people saying candles are such a lazy gift. Don't give a candle. That's a shitty gift. No, it is not. They are a great gift.
I've come around. I used to think that they were thoughtless. It was just like, oh, we'll just get a candle. But then I realised how much thought can go
Yes.
into a candle.
And
Yeah.
in 2025, you can get some properly expensive candles. You can get some beautiful scents. A lot of them now come from fragrances that we all wear.
Agreed.
I think it's such a thoughtful, nice gift to give. And the reason I
agree.
say this is last weekend I went to light my candle in my last candle in my apartment and I was out. I'm like, well, clearly someone needs to gift me another candle.
Oh my God, I wish that you'd mentioned this earlier. I've got a full cupboard of candles.
Do you?
Yes.
What sort of level of candle are we talking? Yeah, okay, got it. Good one.
Come on. How long,
13, 24,
how
10.
long have you known me?
Well, the best gift, the best gift I ever received was from you last year for my birthday. But that's a candle I'm not prepared to light yet.
Really? I think
so
you
gorgeous.
should. You must. Because guess what? You
What?
and I are going to know each other forever.
Yeah.
And if you run out of that, you never know.
6 months' time.
Your fairy gay mother may replenish it for
I
you.
love you. Hey, today, just for getting on air and sweeping statements, Swanee, because it's school holidays time, we're giving everyone a family pass to Smurfs.
Oh, great. I mean, come on. Hello, Tanya.
Hello, how are you?
So much better for hearing your voice.
And yours too. It's just you are the highlight of my day.
And you have been the highlight of mine, Tanya. So just, there's something here for everyone, particularly you and me.
You two can take this love affair off air. Tanya, what's your sweeping statement, my friend?
People who are too lazy to wash their own hair, they go for something called a scalp spa.
What is
Seriously,
that?
folks, it's a hair wash. And they've given it a fancy name, and you pay well over $100 for a scalp spa.
That does seem excessive. However, Tanya, could it be that they're not lazy, but that they're time poor? And I'm only speaking on behalf of a friend who often has 2 weeks between hair washes because she's busy. Having said that, she doesn't go and pay somebody to do it. Eventually, she does it herself, but it is greasy and nasty for at least 4 days.
But doesn't said friend go and have a shower? Surely you could, give it a quick wash.
You just said you as if I was talking about myself, Tanya.
No, I said friend.
Tanya, you've got a family pass to Smurfs. Let's go to Tim.
I do get that, though. That does seem crazy to me.
Oh, absolutely. Jump in the shower and wash it.
Because even I can find the time, like if I get up early, but it is a pain in the bum to wash your hair sometimes. Hello, Timmy.
Hello, Swanee. How are you guys?
Good,
Love the show.
Tim, love,
We love you, Tim.
And you're from Indooroopilly. I had a friend who had their ears pierced at the Stefan there. Great memories.
Yes, I sure am.
Okay, what is your sweeping statement?
People who go bare feet in shopping centres should be banned.
Oh, you and Jack are one.
Tim, I couldn't agree with you more. How vile is it when you have to see someone's dirty big toenails?
I know, right? It's so cringy.
So
Do you ever
cringy.
see that at Indooroopilly? Do they still have those big sort of crossover travelators? They're dangerous with bare feet.
Yeah, they still have those, and we see them kind of fast over there.
I mean, that is scary.
Scary. Cracked heels are also scary.
Fair enough. You have to see the Smurfs. Timmy, hello, Rachel.
Hey guys,
What's your sweeping statement?
a backpack leash on a child is iconic.
Rach, you're the best. You've got a family pass to the Smurfs.
Oh my God, you need a little packet of treats for them too, like
legit.
schmackos for babies.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
I'm about to blow your mind, Jack, and if you're listening and you like eggs, do not switch off.
Now, I'm really proud of myself when it comes to eggs and you, because you taught me, I think it was at the start of this year, how to make the perfect omelette.
Correct.
Because I would just make scrambled eggs. And now a poached egg is no longer my preferred way of eating an egg. It is an omelette after you taught me how to perfectly
It's
make
like
one.
that gentle folded.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't always have access to a flame in a pan or whatever. I saw something on Instagram because you know that eggs are my favourite.
Protein.
They are my favourite protein. I could live off eggs. Pardon the farts. I saw something on Instagram and I was instantly suspicious. A Michelin-starred chef.
Yes.
The name escapes me. It is Joseph someone. Jose Andres
Yeah.
has said that the best omelette in the world is made in a microwave. You heard me. The best omelette in the world, according to a Michelin-starred chef, is made in the microwave.
Well, he's obviously got a deal with like Sunbeam to sell microwaves or something.
No,
because that's not true.
He doesn't. And not only does he say it's in the microwave, it is mixed with mayonnaise. Have a listen.
Gross.
1 egg, 1 spoonful of mayo. You whisk, and all the mayo and the egg become one. These are gonna be the best creamy egg-like omelette in the history of mankind. We put it in. 1 minute. 1, 2, 3. Look at how creamy it is inside. Why? Because the mayonnaise.
I mean, Miguel,
Mayonnaise.
I love your new range at Harris Scarf, by the way. Okay, so I tried this last night, and I'm going to try it
cracking
now.
an egg.
I'm going to crack an egg for you. I'm just going to do one egg and the mayonnaise.
Can you make an omelette with just one egg?
You absolutely can. Yes.
Really?
Yeah, of course. You could make an egg with any amount, an omelette with any amount. And you can see I've just squirted in a bit of Kewpie. Anything will do. Hellman's, Tommy, whatever. But I had the Kewpie on me.
Okay.
I'm going to mix it together.
Yes.
All right. And I know that you're thinking, she's on drugs. This is not going to work. What I'm going to do is
People think that most days.
I know. And you know what? Imagine if I was.
I mean,
Imagine if I was. Imagine how bonkers. Because this is me.
normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you know.
Let's not ever try and
This
see
is
what it would be like.
This is me with, a clean urine sample.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so I am mixing this up right now, and we're going to play a song, Jack. And I know that you are listening in your cars or on the way to get the kids or, I don't know, crying in the car park of the supermarket. And you're thinking, this is not going to happen. Let me tell you.
You've
By
gone
the time the song is over,
full QVC, Chrissy.
Because this is a game changer. You're not going to believe it, all right?
David or Sylvia are listening. I think we've got someone new to host your advertorials because I am sold. We will be back right after this.
I'm changing my name to Moira. Please refer to me as Moira from here on in.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's go clicky.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
Kanye West has been banned from Australia. Banned.
Wow.
Yes.
Why?
Well, it was about, that German leader that was a very bad man. He's got some opinions and actions about that. And Australia says, nah, not interested, not allowed to come in. And I think initially I was like, oh, that's bad news for Kanye. But let me tell you, you and I have had a discussion about this off air. We think it might be good news for Bianca.
Yeah.
Because she can now say, she's Australian. She can now say, soz husband, got to go home and see mum. You can't come. And then that might be her one chance to escape.
I think you're right, Swanee. I think she now knows that she's got a safe haven. But the question is, would Ye, or did he end up changing his name to Ye?
Yeah. And I think I said Yee.
Yee. Would Ye allow her to come here without
even
him?
That verb to allow makes me want to punch the screen. But yes, I think that he is the sort of man that allows or disallows things. But if she has a modicum of self-respect, she will head to the airport with her passport that still works.
Regardless, just get out of there.
Free Bianca. Free Bianca.
Free B.
Free B. Now, I want to move on to Reddit.
Please.
There are a couple of things here that I really want to cover off. Which one do you prefer? Okay. What does your dressing gown smell like at the end of the week? ?
Oh, I feel sick already.
Versus, am I the bad person for stopping my Friday baked goods tradition at work after a co-worker complained I wasn't considering food allergies? Which one turns your stomach or makes you angry up?
I don't wear a dressing gown, so I'm going to go with the food allergy one.
Okay, great. I do wear a dressing gown, and it smells at the end of the week like 20% schnitzel and 70% perfume.
Okay. Do you wash dressing gowns?
And then guess what? I wash it. Yes, you do. I wash it every single week.
I don't know why. I just feel smothered by a dressing gown. Like I don't feel comfortable in one. I much would rather a cool oversized hoodie and a pair of Uniqlo trackies.
Yeah, but you're cool. I wear a dressing gown and it's fleecy.
Yeah.
And I love it. And I have a special dressing gown for when I dye my hair.
Okay, that's smart.
Yeah,
and practical.
I switched the room.
It's very practical for chaotic Christmas.
And then I have nothing on underneath, so just saggy brown buzzies.
Let them out.
Saggy brown buzzies, and then, Anyway, we're talking about baked goods, aren't we?
Yes. Read me this headline again.
Okay, I've been working my current job for a little over 3 years. A mid-size office, 25 people. I bring in baked goods every Friday. This is totally me.
Yeah.
Right? I'm all for this sort of thing. Anyway, one of the staff members is like, I have not been able to eat anything that you've brought in any Friday because I'm gluten intolerant.
Not my problem, Sharon.
Your brownies look great, but I do believe that there is 50 grams of plain flour in them. Can you please make it with almond flour? You know what? No. I absolutely support your stopping of the baked goods tradition or saying, listen, I just do this out of the goodness of my heart. Go and get yourself an almond friand.
Yeah.
If you want to be part of it. I'm not taking orders. This is just a favour.
I'm doing God's work for the rest of the office. Do you know what I'm allergic to?
What?
People with allergies.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
You are not going to believe it. Hello, by the way. We are rolling into your 3 o'clock hour. I said 10, 15 minutes ago that I was going to blow your mind with this microwave egg thing. A Michelin-starred chef has said that the best omelette, and you know that eggs are my favourite protein.
Yeah.
The best omelette comes out of the microwave, and I tested it last night, and it blew my mind. You whisk eggs with mayonnaise, and you put it in the microwave for exactly 1 minute. You and I just did that, Jack. And what do you think of the fluffiest omelette that you've ever had?
Look, I threw shade your way, but it was actually really good. And you've taught me this year how to make the perfect omelette, but that was great.
And of course, obviously, if you had your druthers, as my gran would say, you would use a pan and some butter and some time and some love. But sometimes you don't have any of those things.
Nope.
Sometimes you're just full of hatred and all you have is a microwave, and you can have a perfectly good omelette. I had it this morning. It is brilliant. Check out the footage on Instagram if you want to. I still can't believe it. But there you go. Last mouthful in.
At the Chrissie Swan Show on TikTok and Instagram if you want to see how it went. It did look really good. Hey, coming up before 4, we're going to be putting our last lucky entrant in the running for Chrissie's BYD pickup. We're also going to be talking to one of our mates at TMZ, Christina Cavallari, to get all of the goss on this Diddy verdict.
Because the American court terms never make any sense. Let's get it in terms that we understand.
Let's. Next, though, Chrissie's Quizzy.
The Chrissie Swan Show. The Chrissie Swan Show.
Hey! It makes me want to get a big tankard of beer.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you're listening to the Chrissie Swan Show on Nova. Let's not do the tankard of beer. Let's give away a bum bag.
Boring.
Chrissie's Quizzy.
I mean, I don't have a middle name, but if I did, it would be boring.
No, don't say, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Hello, Jack. Boring's good. Eventually, you'll fall in love with being boring. Hello, Jack. Not you, Jack. Different Jack.
Sorry.
How are you, darling?
Great. How are you?
Yeah, good. What do you want with a bum bag, Jack?
I don't know. Keep my things in it.
Yeah.
Phone, wallet.
Yeah, you can keep all of that in there. It's good design.
Definitely. Plenty of room for activities.
Might have a little secret little passage. What is it? Secret pocket.
So I might have a secret sig. Secret sig in the bum bag. Catherine, do you want to win a bum bag?
I sure do.
What sort of secret would you put in there? What do you do
maybe
secretly?
Maybe a small bag of lollies while I'm taking the dog for a walk and the kids don't know about it.
What's your favourite lolly?
Minties.
Oh, God, you're so old school, Kath. I love that about you. I've always
I'm
said
showing
it.
my age.
It's the
There you
best.
go.
How good is a minty, though, Catherine, and you get frustrated with your own jaw muscles because they hurt, but it's fun?
Yeah, I know.
They're-
That's why I love them.
All of those classics are totally underrated. Anyway, we digress. Your names are your buzzers, Jack and Kath. And it's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game, gets the bum bag. Might be something else in it for you too. Question number 1. Which rapper has been banned from Australia?
Kath.
Yes, Kath?
Kane West. Kanye West.
Kane.
Kane.
Well, Kanye.
Well, I think he's yay yay now, or as Swanee says, yee yee.
He's changed names so many times. Who knows?
I know, but he was never Kane and he was never Kanye.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter. I've invented a new name for him.
Good on you, Kath. You stand by it. Question number 2. What is a group of crows called? The collective noun. Yes, Zach? Jack?
Murder.
A murder. I don't understand that one, do you? I love a collective noun, but I don't understand that one.
Yeah, no idea.
I feel like Jack's doing this with a gun to his throat.
I know.
Question number 3. Tom Cruise.
You're good over there.
Tell you what, it's hot in this studio again.
I know.
And my brain fries. I'm not good in this heat unless I'm in a, swimsuit sipping a DC.
In Bali.
Yeah.
But we're not.
Question number 3. Tom Cruise is celebrating his 63rd birthday today. Can you believe it? 63.
He's looking good.
Can you name just one film that he's been in?
Jack.
Jack?
Mission Impossible.
Done. Would have accepted Risky Business. Would have accepted Rumblefish. Hello.
Rumblefish?
Yeah, one of the early ones.
That sounds like a lame dating app.
No, his very first one was Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Wow.
With Sean Penn. He was about 15.
You're an Tom Cruise encyclopedia. Question number 4.
I don't mind a bit of Tom Cruise. I was so sad when I found out that he was short, but then never stopped him with Nicole Kidman.
I thought you were going to say, I was so sad when I found out he was a Scientologist. No, don't worry about that. It's the height. Jack,
I was so sad when I found out he was... Anyway.
You could win this in question 4, Jack, but Catherine, I still believe in you.
He's a bit litigious. I might say that last.
Oh, no, he does get a bit cranky.
I won't say that last noun. Question number 4. Beginning with T, what is the word for a wealthy, powerful person in a business or industry? Not Tom Cruise.
Kath.
Yes, Kath?
Tycoon.
A tycoon. I haven't heard the word tycoon used in reference to somebody since the 80s.
I would love to be referred to as a tycoon.
Well,
I
keep
think it's a
going
cool
the way
name.
you are, and you will never.
Alrighty, it's a draw.
Which Spice Girl who does not like me is getting married this week?
Kath.
Yes, Kath?
Mel B.
It is Melanie
And
Brown.
how could no one like you, Chrissy?
Well, look,
I don't understand.
listen. I ask the same question, Kath, but you can't.
No.
You can't help it. Sometimes you can't please all the people all the time.
Try hanging out with her in the songs, Kath, and then you'll realise. Kath, you've got
along with her.
you've got the bum bag, and I'm also going to throw in a family pass to Smurfs. And guess what, Jack? You get a family pass to Smurfs as well.
Unreal, you're a
Thank
legend.
you so
Thank you.
much.
You're the best.
Love you guys.
Have a great day.
Next,
too. Have
we're
a great
crossing
day.
over to the States to a TMZ reporter. I'm excited.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
All over the news today, Diddy. He's been acquitted of some charges. He's been found guilty of some charges, but there are so many questions. I mean, we are all over the news all the time, and I still really don't know what this means.
Yes, because there were 5 charges that everyone is talking about.
Yeah.
3 of them he was acquitted for. 2 he's been found guilty, but we want to get a breakdown of what's actually
What does
happened.
it mean? And is he going to do time? Joining us with all the details is TMZ reporter Christina Cavallari. Hello, Christina.
Oh, hello, Chrissy. Hi, Jack. How are you both?
So good. It's so good
so nice to hear
hear your
your
voice
voice.
again.
Oh, don't. It's so good to hear the Aussie accent, to hear your both voices again. I miss you guys.
Full disclosure for anybody listening, Christina used to work for Nova, and so we know her before she hit the big time as a TMZ reporter, and it's great to have you in our phones when things like this happen. Well, can you tell us about this Diddy trial?
Look, guys, it was a monumental day today. In the newsroom, we were all shocked when we heard this verdict. So, like you were saying, there were 5 counts. He was found not guilty for 3 of the 5 accounts, and they acquitted him of racketeering, sex trafficking of Cassie, and then sex trafficking of James. So they were the 3 major counts that he was found not guilty for. But at the end of the day, the jury did find him guilty on 2 of the counts. So both of those accounts were the transportation for purpose of prostitution. So they were the lesser counts that he was being charged for, and this has come after 7 weeks of testimony. You know, the prosecution brought in 34 witnesses. The defense didn't bring in a single one, not even Diddy. We, of course, heard Cassie's emotional testimony. We heard Jane's emotional testimony. But ultimately, the jury didn't, in the end, believe them, I guess, in the end, because they found him not guilty on these major charges, which was honestly so shocking.
I wonder what the sticking point was, because that they not only heard the testimony, they saw some pretty damning footage of him with Cassie. And I just wonder what kind of transpired in that courtroom that put the doubt in their mind.
Definitely. I mean, ultimately, the main difference in regards to the ones he was found not guilty for and the ones he was found guilty for were the idea of force. The jury clearly didn't find that there was enough force for Cassie and Jane. So ultimately, they believed that at some point there was consent.
Yeah.
Which is pretty damning when you see that video.
Yeah.
He wasn't on trial but at the end of the day, he wasn't on trial for that video. But, you know, we can see force in that video, which it's honestly, it's mind-blowing.
It's baffling.
It is baffling.
There was so much force in that video. It's so shocking and horrible to watch. Christina, I saw a court illustration of Diddy falling to his knees when the verdict was being delivered. Do you think he was shocked that he was found not guilty on 3 counts, or do you think he knew this was coming?
It's really hard to say. We did hear that he turned to his family before the verdict was, and he mouthed to them saying, "I'll be all right." So it is hard to say where his mind was, but this was a massive win for the defense. This was not what the prosecution was looking for. I mean, it's truly shocking. I mean, at the end of the day, he is still up for 2 counts. They are the lesser sentences. Each of those counts of transportation for purpose of prostitution holds 10 years. So he does have a maximum of 20 years, but it is still his first offence. And also what I found was really interesting was the judge at the end of the day. So he denied bail. So ultimately,
Right.
I think everyone thought that he was potentially going to walk out of the court today, walk out of prison and be at home until sentencing. But the judge said, no, you're not doing that. I'm denying bail.
Christina,
So
when
he's
is
gonna be in jail until
sentencing?
sentencing
When is
hearing.
it? When is sentencing expected to be handed down?
Right now, it's October 3rd.
Okay, so he's stuck there until then. What is the vibe there in the States where you are in terms of what he's going to serve?
Oh, it's honestly, it's very hard to say. I mean, we did see Cassie. I think ultimately a lot of weight was put onto the prosecution to asking the judge to really think about having Diddy walk out before the sentencing hearing, because Cassie did express that she felt unsafe if he was to walk out today, that she feared for Jane's safety as well. But then before the bail was denied, we did see people cheering in the streets, and there were videos of people cheering and actually spraying baby oil, which is of course
Oh yeah,
what we know
there's
Diddy used
disgusting
in these free
monsters everywhere, isn't there, Christina?
Christina,
So foul.
that's wild. Before I let you go, I just want to know, what's the minimum he could serve?
The minimum, I mean, it's really up to the judge, because the maximum is 20 years. But when it's a first-time offence, it's up to the judge. But I'm hoping the judge, after this decision to deny bail, I'm hoping he's maybe thinking he doesn't agree with the jury, but we don't know. We really don't know. We just have to wait and see, just like Diddy.
Well, we will be in touch. You're our ears and eyes on the scene. Thank you so much for joining us, and it's so great to hear from you again, Christina.
Proud to be it for you guys. Thanks so much. Good to hear you both.
Love you, mate.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
There is one more spot for this amazing car giveaway.
Go beyond expectations with the BYD Sea-Line 6 plug-in hybrid SUV. Chrissy's BYD pickup.
And who is the last person with a chance at this unbelievable BYD Sea Lion?
It is Lucky Louise.
Lucky Louise. Hello.
Hello, guys. How you going?
All right, now tell us about your piece of crap car.
Well, I've got a little Nissan, and it's pretty old. We've had it for quite some time now, and it's passed from family member to family member. So it's a little old beast, but it's still running just.
Just.
So beside it's got a little mind of its own, and it veers off to the left, and it's quite thirsty. But it squeals like a bit of a banshee as well. So
Oh my
I
God!
think
She
a
sounds like
fan
she's
belt's
got
gone or something.
she's got a big personality, but it's time to retire, isn't it?
I think so. Definitely.
This BYD Sea Line will change your life, because you said that your current car is thirsty. The one that we're giving away is a plug-in hybrid, and
Oh my God,
they are good.
that would be pretty amazing. Oh my God, imagine having to not stop and put fuel in it constantly.
Imagine.
Lucky Louise, you are the last person in the running for the car.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. That's
You-
pretty exciting.
Sure is. You've got a 1 in 9 chance. So, Swanee, this time tomorrow, we don't know where we'll be in this country, but we will be in a car driving to the winner's house.
It's going to feel like, you know, that scene in Silence of the Lambs where, you know, where the door is being filmed and then we are on our way and then someone opens the door and bang, a brand new car. I mean, look, the Silence of the Lambs one is a bit more sinister, but that's what's going to be happening.
All righty, we will be back here tomorrow doing that.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We are just about to clear out of here, sterilise the benches, because Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are coming up. But I want to talk about Dua Lipa Peeps and Miley Cyrus before we go.
Chrissy's clickbait.
So first of all, Dua Lipa is living it up on the Amalfi Coast with her new fiancé,
She's
new
making
fiance.
new rules there, man. Look at them, far out.
Oh my God! I mean, if he's if he's on top of you, you're not getting over him. They are newly engaged, so they're allowed to be goofy like this.
Yes.
What I'm excited about is that you are almost heading to
Italy, yeah.
Are you going to be anywhere near Dua Lipa?
I hope so. I'd love to go and hang out with her, as if that is just such an easily possible thing for
What
me to do.
would you do if you saw? Would you say something to her? I reckon she would really like you.
I would really like her. I think she's a fun vibe. It's interesting. I saw a podcast the other day, a clip of people talking about how she doesn't have stans. Like, you know how Taylor has Swifties
Yes.
and Beyonce has the Beehive, etc.,
Yes.
etc. How Dua Lipa doesn't have a rusted-on fan base like that, and I really disagree with that. I think she does. I just don't think people go as diehard.
Well, I think the difference is she is uniformly liked.
Yeah.
Everyone likes
Like
her.
my dad loves her. And then
yeah,
people that
whereas
are 15.
Beyonce, you know, if there's any sort of shade, then what that does is it gives rise for these vehement supporters. Katy Perry the same. Taylor Swift definitely.
Never thought of it like that.
Yeah, so they've only come out of going, hang on, don't say that about our queen. And no one ever says anything bad about Dua Lipa because she's amazing.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. That's kind of why. And I know you're an exception to this rule. Pink, somewhat the same, has been over the years.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a really wide catchment.
Yeah, that's right.
It's really interesting, yeah.
So she doesn't have pinkies or whatever they're called, pink ladies. Let's move on to Miley Cyrus, shall we? First of all, this latest photograph of her, she is becoming Tish, her mother.
Isn't she? It's like her face shape is changing.
And her eyes have changed.
Yeah.
And I'm not suggesting surgery. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But I think as she's getting older...
No, I know what you mean.
She is turning into her mother. It's uncanny.
I mean, her mother would love that. As we heard the other day, Miley is just living out Tish's dreams.
Her dream. Miley has said that she used to visit the Hollywood Walk of Fame where Billy Ray's star was and just look at it and used to blow her mind. And now she's going to get her own star and she says it feels like a dream. I tell you what, long overdue. Miley should have had one years ago.
I agree. Also, someone else that should have had one years ago because they've just announced the people getting them.
Yeah.
Demi Moore.
What? Long overdue. Oh, my God. There's a few here that are long overdue.
Shaquille O'Neal. He should have had one years ago.
Timothy Chalamet, right on time.
Right on time. It feels right.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yes. She should have had one years ago.
And so should have Gordon Ramsay.
Correct. Did you know, here's a fun fact, it's not free. It's not an honour.
No, you have to upkeep it yourself, don't you?
Not only do you have to upkeep, so there's an annual fee to keep it going.
Yeah.
But all of these people, in order to accept the honour, they have to transfer $85,000.
Is that how much it is?
Yeah, to start with.
Oh, I thought it was like $5,000.
No, the first payment is $85,000 and that's what makes it and installs it. And then there is an annual fee to keep it maintained.
Out.
Having said that, have you been down there to the Hollywood Walk of Fame?
Disgusting.
Jesus Christ.
No one's upkeeping them, let me tell you.
I was going to say, how much does it cost to get feces off one of these? It is very, very rough.
Very.
Let's move on to the final clickbait. Rita Ora, love her.
Love her sick.
She has sat down with Davina McCall. She's got a fabulous new podcast. I listened to a great episode that I've been meaning to talk to you about with Mel Robbins.
Right.
And Rita Ora has said that Beyonce was so supportive and essentially her protector when Rita Ora was embroiled in the Becky with the good hair speculation. Do you remember when that all came out and we all knew that Beyonce's husband had been cheating on her and people said it was with Rita Ora and it wasn't.
And it wasn't. And Beyonce sung about it in a song called Sorry, which was on the Lemonade album. It sounded like this.
You only want me when I'm not there. You better call Becky with the good hair.
Now, who was Becky with the good hair again? It was so long ago.
Wasn't it, Tom, was it Rachel Ray? Who did it end up being? Yeah.
Rachel Ray, I don't know. I know a Rachel Ray, but it's not the same one.
Do you want to have a listen to what Rita said?
Yes.
It wasn't you.
Of course not. I wish I had good hair. Can we start there?
You've got great
That's why I've got this hair care line out to help grow my hair out.
Firstly, you don't want anybody to think that Beyonce is dissing you.
Who, behind closed doors, is literally my, fairy godmother. She was my protector. There was nothing but love. She came to my first show in New York at The Box. Beyonce.
Wow.
That's really cool.
God, that would have been very hard to be in the middle of that storm when you respect Beyonce so much and the feeling is mutual.
Yeah. Hey, Rita Ora is the biggest selling artist in the UK. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah. I heard her say it on that podcast.
Wow. Can I tell you the line that I wanted to talk to you about in the podcast with Davina and
Yes.
Mel? She talks about something and Davina starts crying in the middle of it. And she's talking through the crying. And she goes, I'm crying, but I mean, don't just ignore that because I really love to cry. And I wrote that down and I'm like, oh my God, speak to Jack. I want to do a phoner. Do you just love to cry?
Let's do it. Hey, we're back tomorrow. It's a massive show. We can't wait for it.
Yes, get home, get some rest because we have a mammoth day of giving stuff away. Life-changing stuff, big stuff.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.